to cry. Just lay down and die. My broken life to redeem.
Hello, I'm Kevin Shuker and this is QUEST.TV. It's July 25th, 2009 and we're here at the Earthday celebration here on Vanderbilt Avenue, here on the west side of Grand Central Station in New York City. So we're going to be taking a little tour together, see if we can find you some interesting people with some interesting information. Happy Earth Day, everybody. I'm Kevin Shuker and this is QUEST.TV. I'm here with John Rossini, the proprietor of a chocolate establishment here on Vanderbilt Street in New York City. And John used to be my accountant and now he's got a chocolate company. And he sells some great chocolate. And it's a special type of chocolate because we're talking about a fair trade organic chocolate. So John, why don't you sort of like fit us all in? What do we mean by fair trade? I mean, we kind of have an idea of organic, I think, by now.
Sure.
But what's this other addition that makes this chocolate so not only enjoyable to eat, but beneficial to everybody concerned?
Sure. Well, in particular, fair trade is very important towards cocoa. Most people don't realize that 70% of the world's cocoa beans come from West Ghana. The major companies control that. It's almost exclusively slave trade.
Right,
the conditions are horrific.
Is that a lot of child slavery in that industry also?
All of the problems around slavery, low wages or no wages, child labor, no education, poor health conditions. It's horrific.
Right.
So I made a commitment when I started the company. As much as I love chocolate, I wouldn't do business that way. So I was committed to the fair trade agenda. And the way I got involved is Transfair is the largest fair trade certifier in the United States.
Right.
And they've gone to certain cooperatives, mostly in South and Central America, and they make sure there's no child labor, they make sure there's no slave labor, there's no forced overtime, there's no exposure to chemicals, and that they're paid a fair wage.
Right.
In particular, right now, my beans come from a Peruvian cooperative that's been certified both organic and fair trade.
So what sort of percentage are we talking here, do you know, worldwide? How much of the chocolate industry is abusive in this way compared to fair trade at the moment?
At a minimum, it's 70%.
Wow.
At a minimum, it's 70%, and the number's probably higher than that.
So people who are maybe enjoying a chocolate bar at home made by a mass-produced company are really participating in something that they may not be aware of until perhaps this moment.
Right.
So, so how do you bring it all together? What sort of chocolates do you make, and I see you have some interesting packaging. What do you use here to keep this organic and fair trade?
Sure. Well, I got the brainchild of this thing back in May of 2007. I just thought about things that I love to do.
Right.
And then I love travel, I love chocolate, so I put it together.
There you go.
With that theme.
Sounds simple.
Really.
Simple, huh?
At the end of the day, yeah.
There you go.
And it's really important to love something you do when you get involved in a project like this, because you do face a lot of obstacles being basically a manufacturer of something that's at still a relatively small scale.
I remember you telling me your first production line, how you bought all this chocolate and ended up with a ton of it or something in storage somewhere.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. There aren't that many sources of organic and fair trade certified product.
Yeah.
So in order to buy it, I was compelled by the supplier to buy a full ton of the chocolate at one time.
Yeah.
So and they do it in a couverture form in these small pellets like this.
Right.
Now you can picture this, but then take this and multiply it 5 by 5 by 5. That's what 5 feet by 5 feet by 5 feet on a pallet.
Wow.
That was 80 bags of 25 each with 2,000 pounds.
Right.
So when to get that into New York, to find a place to store it, actually it was in August because I was getting ready for the October Green Festival with Co-op America, and I had to get production done. And for that, to store 1 ton of chocolate around New York in the heat was a chore.
Boy, you must love chocolate.
There isn't a storage place in the Bronx or Westchester that I haven't been to.
I bet.
But I managed to find a way to store it. Managed to find somebody to help me produce it, and put it all together. In addition, we use the paper we use is recycled paper,
right.
And you do that with. I use my major supplier is New Leaf paper, okay. And I have an interesting story. I spent many years in the paper business, right. And many years ago, working as a credit manager, I provided credit to New Leaf paper and helped them get off the ground. So Jeff, who runs the company, remembers me, and now I'm his customer.
Is that what they call karma?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, the old goes around, comes around. There it is.
Also, I guess, is there anything? How could a person identify? Say they were out in the store and they wanted to identify fair trade. Do they have a logo similar to the USDA? I see you have something on the wall there. How would some people identify
well,
that?
in particular, as I mentioned earlier, Transfair is the biggest certifier in the U.S.
Okay.
They have the trademark on a particular logo. This logo is featured over here.
Can we swing over there, Eric, and have a look at that logo?
This logo is trademarked by Transfair, and it has the fair trade sign and little design. Now, I have a licensing agreement with them that I can use their logo on my bars, and also on some of my other promotional material.
Right. So, is this widely accepted, or is this something that's just starting? This logo?
There's a few other fair trade organizations that certify, but Transfair is really the 800-pound gorilla, especially in the U.S. And this symbol is well known, and you can be rest assured that if they certify it, that they're doing the inspections, they make sure that the job gets done.
Great. Well, John, I've been a friend for a long time, and I've known you for a long time, and it's really exciting that you've got this great company off.
Great, thank you.
And doing it with such an open heart and being fair, which is the way to go, we absolutely believe. So we want to wish you good luck. How could people find you? Do you have a website?
Absolutely, yep. Have a very interesting website, actually. We're sort of promoting the travel adventure theme on it, so I have photographs of some of my travels.
Right.
It's www.travelchocolate.com.
That's easy to remember. Right. So thanks very much, and I hope you have a great day here at Earthday here.
Great. All right, good to see you.
Thanks, John.
All right, take care.
I'm Kevin Schuker, and this is QUEST.TV.